TV production continues to be a rapidly changing sector in an even more rapidly changing industry, as this is especially true in emerging and well-established foreign markets. We are here today to tell you about the current status and future predictions for TV production in China, UK, and Brazil.
The television production sector in China contributes over $15 billion to the Chinese economy. With crews in low supply, TV production companies have at times resorted to staffing projects with unskilled personnel from outside the entertainment industry. For example, crew roles in makeup, costume, and lighting departments have been filled by foreigners. This has had a negative impact on the quality of below-the-line workers. In recent years, however, trade and economic partnerships between China and select countries in Asia have encouraged the free movement of foreign TV production crews into China. These co-production deals have driven growth in foreign involvement in Chinese TV productions. While this has contributed to improving the quality of below-the-line talent working on local projects, quota restrictions still requires that a third of the main crew must come from mainland China.
Chinese authorities are leading an overhaul of China's drama sector, an industry that has been damaged by an overfocus on stardom and a neglect of script quality. China's scriptwriters usually only get about 10% of a TV series paychecks, while starring performers get up to half. Last year, China's film, television, and radio sector passed guidelines to cap actors' wages at 40% of a production's total budget. With this in effect, more funds will be available for the physical production process. Better script will be used, which can both have a positive effect on the final product. In March this year, it was announced that a new Chinese government body called the State Administration of TV and Radio Affairs would be established directly under the State Council. Its major duty has been outlined as implementing the party's propaganda principles and strengthen socialist core values. The long-term impact of this reformation remains unclear, but the short-term implications are already prominent, as producers are concerned that this change will slow down the production process and hold up production schedules.
The number of Brazilian productions began to increase in the 1990s, due in a large extent to the incentives provided by public policies such as tax exemptions for investments in the industry or participation. Physical TV production in Brazil is concentrated in the states of Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo. Any outdoor shooting is paid for by the City Hall. The Brazilian TV broadcasters have a history and proven track record of producing soap operas and miniseries. The average cost of one soap opera episode is around $53,000, and it's usually 6 to 8 months long, being shown for 1 hour from Monday through Saturday. Just as it happens with scenes in film productions, the episodes aren't necessarily recorded in chronological sequence. The national market features larger players like Globo and Record. Globo is essentially the Brazilian media monopoly. According to the 2017 edition of Zenith Ranking Top 30 Global Media Owners, Globo is the 19th position of the largest groups in the media world. Other TV channels such as SBT, Band, and Brazil TV are also becoming bigger players. They've been investing heavily in the production of miniseries with a format that is like a small version of the traditional soap operas, airing 1 hour episodes on 3 to 5 days of the week.
Production is heading for the future. Brazil's telenovelas are the backbone of the country's social status, thus with a market share of almost half of the ever-expanding telenovelas empire, utilizing the social reconfigurations in their economic society while reaching new ways through various formats and tiers through the canon of Globo's TV market. It stands colossal with a staggering amount of content, with their tight K budgets, glossy look, and quick turnaround. They need a daily feed, one show daily. It's their version of One Life to Live, albeit through the lowest common denominator. Telenovelas are here to stay for as long as a time as the working poor need an outlet to view the populistic nouveau riche.
Production in the UK has also been stimulated by the drop in the value of the pound following Brexit. While the recent and continued growth in production is great for exporting premium content and cementing the United Kingdom on the map as a strong choice for location managers, it has created an exceedingly high demand for local below-the-line crew. According to Alison Small, CEO of the Productions Guild of Great Britain, there are more choices for crews and they're able to work on what they want to work on. This allows high-level freelancers to sign on for bigger and bigger paychecks and can leave independent producers struggling to staff up with experienced crew. Statistics show that the volume of content and both the internal and external investments in television production will continue to grow steadily. Experts report that filming in Wales can be up to half the cost in filming in London, and so many productions may migrate there in the near future. Additionally, training programs for the industry have been spreading up, including Trainee Finder, a database run by government agency Creative Skillset, which helps place the newcomers with production companies.
In 2013, the UK's 25% film tax credit was extended to include bigger budget TV series with price points starting at least €1 million per episode. This ushered in a burgeoning production boom of high-end projects, especially dramas. Budgets for these projects, financed by the US and then produced in the region, are rising from 65% plus as of 2017. Hit series made in UK studios and locations include The Crown for Netflix in London, Game of Thrones for HBO in Northern Ireland, Outlander for Sony in Scotland, and Sherlock for BBC in Wales. Local organizations like the Screen Yorkshire Content Fund have provided county-level government funding to shows like Peaky Blinders. With demand high, companies in the UK are also adding studio space. Pinewood Group recently built 5 sound stages and then immediately built 3 more in Wales. Additionally, there was the construction of the $25.4 million Belfast Harbour Studios in Northern Ireland.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you'll learn a lot about international TV production.